Hey, it's math time. You ready to add and subtract? There are a whole lot of numbers. We're getting smarter with every math fact. Hi, and welcome to Math with Mrs. McMillan. Here's what you're going to need in order to do today's math lesson. For this week's lessons, you're going to need 20 of something that you can use for counters. It could be 20 pennies, 20 chocolate chips, 20 noodles, or I'm going to use 20 M&Ms. Really, it can just be 20 of anything that you can easily move around and count and make into groups. Once you find your 20 things, simply put them in a baggie and put them in a place where you can easily find them each day for your lessons. Now pause the videotape right here and go find your 20 things that you can use for counters today. Are you ready? All right, here we go. For today's lesson, let's start off by pretending that you are having a party with some of your very good friends. I have invited Little Critter, Pout Pout Fish, Little Critter's little sister, and the Cat in the Hat to my party. At this party, we want to give our friends equal amounts of the food. Equal means the same. We don't want someone to have more than someone else because that would cause a fight or bad feelings at the party. So I am giving my friends equal amounts of M&Ms. Do you see that each of my friends has 4 M&Ms on their plate? That means that they have equal groups of M&Ms. They each have 4. Now I'm passing out some more food to my friends. Let's see if I give them equal groups. Oh my! Are those equal groups? As you can tell, those are not equal groups. Let's see if I can make them be equal groups so that perhaps no one is upset. Aha! If I just take 3 out of Pout Pout Fish's bowl and stick them in the middle, look at that! I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal groups of 3. Now let's see if I give my friends each equal groups. Haha, they each have 2 M&Ms. Everybody's happy, nobody's fussing. Alrighty, now that we know what the word equals means, let's practice making groups that are all of equal size. First, take out 8 of your counters and put the rest of them to the side, like this. Now, take your 8 counters, and I'd like you to please split them up into equal groups of 2 and see how many groups of 2 you can make using those 8 counters. All right, did you get the same number that I did? I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 groups of 2. Okay, now let's see if we can group them up in a different way. I'd like you to please put them into equal groups of 4. See how many groups of 4 you can make with those 8 counters. Nah, that didn't take much. I have 2 groups of 4. 2 groups of 4 equals how many all together? Did you say 8? I thought that's what I heard you say. Good job. 2 groups of 4 is 8. Now I'd like you to please get out 12 counters. So I had 8, 10, 11, 12. There we go. So get out 12 counters, and I'd like you to please take these 12 counters and put them into groups of 3. I'd like you to see how many groups of 3 you can make out of 12 counters. Go for it. Try it. Did you get the same as I did? I count 1, 2, 3, 4. I count 4 groups of 3. So that means that 4 groups of 3 equals a sum of what? If you said 12, you were correct. 4 groups of 3 equals a sum of 12. Good job. Now, I'm going to give you just a little bit of time, and I want you to see how many different ways you can break these 12 counters up into equal groups. I showed you how to break them into 4 equal groups of 3, but how many equal groups can you break them up into without having any left over. So it wouldn't count if I had one left because I had I had a couple equal groups, but then there was one left over. They have to be equal groups, and you have to use all of these 12 counters. Ready, set, go. Okay, how many different ways did you come up with? You can split these up into groups of 2. Did you think of groups of 2? If you take 12 counters, you can split them up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 2. Did you think about groups of 4? I can take these 12 counters and break them up into equal groups of 4. And look, I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 groups of 4. Here's one that a lot of kids miss. Did you think about equal groups of 6? 6 here and 6 over here. When I add them together, they make 12. Now, split your counters up so that you only have 10 counters here and put the rest away in the baggie. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, I have 10 counters. Will you please break them up into equal groups of 5 and see how many groups you get? Did you get 2 groups of 5 just like I did? So 5 and 5 makes 10. Very good. Now take these 10 counters and see how many groups of 2 you get. Break them up into equal groups of 2 and see how many groups you get. Ready, go. All right, did you get the same answer I got? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 equal groups of 2. And if I add these all up, 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. I get 10. Hey, that's pretty interesting. Did you notice that you get 5 groups of 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 groups of 5? Huh, kind of cool. Now I have a big fat problem for you. Are you ready? What if I had groups that look like this? What if I had a group of 3, a group of 5, and a group of 4? Quick, make your counters look just like mine. A group of 3, a group of 5, and a group of 4. Now think hard about this one because it's a kind of tricky question. Oh, you can tell already that these groups are not equal. They're not the same at all. We have 3, 5, and 4. How would you go about, without adding any new counters, how would you go about making these be equal groups? 3 equal groups. Ready, set, try it. So, what did you come up with? Did you figure out how to make a group of 3, a group of 5, and a group of 4 3 equal groups of counters? Well, if you didn't, here we go. You're just going to need to take one of the counters out of your group of 5, slide it over to your group of 3, and now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have 3 groups of 4, which equals a sum of 12. Good job! Well, that wraps up our lesson on equal groups for today. Please put your counters in the baggie. Put them in a place where they'll be easy to get to tomorrow when you need them. And go ahead and work on the assignment that I have attached to this video. Good luck. See you tomorrow. Bye.